As much as I hate to, I felt obligated to listen to the politicians speaking at the D.N.C. Even worse, we'll be listening to the lies at the R.N.C. At least the Democrats sugarcoat the shaft they'll used after being elected. Mostly I listen for the issues not fully covered. Housing, health, and monetary policy top that list. Next is how they talk about militarism and empire. Oh, they don't use those labels, but the message is clear. Leave enough troops in Iraq to control their politics and send more troops to Afghanistan to dominate theirs. Like that's even remotely possible. And what I heard is this. Keep the crap coming. Keep it coming cheap. Drop the price of gas and let us go back to sleep. Subsidize the nuclear industry and drill all you want domestically. Just leave my dreams alone. Let me live out my fantasy. That seems to be the change the majority does desire. Don't bother me with images of Americans dying in some quagmire. Don't make me think about why my crap is so cheap. Don't make me think. Let me sleep. I'm the first to admit that the man is quite eloquent. And his speech hit the white points he needed to hit with only one reference to race. A slight at some missing fathers without any mention of the prisons where they most likely sit. The other two missing items were AIDS, but even more importantly, Latinos. You think you're going to get elected without them somehow? Whom, it just happens, had just finished the largest demonstration during the Democratic National Conference. In spite of that label, they're not very democratic, are they? Obama began his campaign with Zbigniew Brzezinski. The icing on the cake is his choice of VP. Biden is a war-hawk supporter of empire, all for solving by force most of the problems he sees. All the war hawks that served under Clinton return. It's no wonder his numbers are down with McCain. Back to back, they're two sides of the same broken vessel. It's a hassle to split them and say who's less sane. Change is coming, all right, but not for the better. The world that they want has no room for peace. They are scheming to take what remains of our rights, and the torture and crimes, they're not going to cease. Yeah, get ready for war. That is all that they know. And the war will come in to wherever you live. There's no hiding the truth that a bloodlust pervades them. They will take what they want more than you want to give. Obama began his quest for the mantle by appeasing the boss of Chicago, it appears. He began his career by pleasing the boss of the old party syndicate that's been run by a daily for more than 50 years. He's never been anything more than a glorified water boy, is what to me this does indicate. Change is coming, no doubt, but not for the better. The world that they want has no room for peace. They are scheming to take what remains of our rights and the torture and crimes they are not going to cease. On the home front, same story. It's a Clinton reprise. His backers, supporters, are Rubin and Wall Street. He don't take from the lobbies. It's their bosses he bites as he taps corporate coffers with deals that are sweet. Think he voted for amnesty to pass needed laws? That's a crock. He was playing for future donations. With a FISA bill stripped of teeth and of claws, I know Dickhead was dancing in jubilation. Change is coming, all right, but not for the better. The world that they want has no room for peace. They are scheming to take what remains of our rights. And the torture and crimes, they're not going to cease. Too much money gets made by preciously few. But they'll keep control as long as we keep on buying. And more people, poor people, will be slaughtered. It's true. Every product bought cheap means that someone is dying. Close your eyes and your ears to the price really paid. All the crap that we buy comes from slave market labor. Every dime that we save comes from starvation wages. Half an hour on the web proves Obama no savior. Change is coming, all right, but not for the better. The world that they want has no room for peace. They are scheming to take what remains of our rights. The torture and crimes, they are not going to cease. If the 50% who would go vote, and they voted for some kind of third-party pick, the powers that be would take notice, no doubt, but it still wouldn't stop the machine. It's too sick. There's 1,000 excuses and reasons we can give, but there's only one way to kill this machine. And that is by changing the lives that we live, because the cure of the problem, it is you and I, and the choice of our dreams. Change is coming, no doubt, but not for the better. The world that they want has no room for peace. They are scheming to take what remains of our rights, and the torture and crimes they are not gonna cease. McCain's choice for vice president is food for later. Though I will admit it brought to me a puzzled smile. Now, into the circle file. Hey, hey.